I see the struggles you face, the weight that you carry, and the fears that seem to hold you down. But today, I want to remind you of something powerful, something that can set you free. Just my word is enough to heal you, to transform your life, and to break the chains that are holding you back. I am here to speak directly to you, to guide you through your pain, your doubts, and your challenges. There's nothing you are facing that my love cannot overcome. I see you, I know you, and I am here with you every step of the way. You may feel unworthy of my love, unworthy of my presence in your life. But I tell you now, my child, your faith and your humility have caught my attention. You may not believe in yourself, but I believe in you. I want to enter not only your home, but also your heart. That is where true healing begins. I will write my words in your heart, and with just a touch, I will break the chains that bind you. Your pain, your fears, your worries will fade away in my presence. Trust in me, for I am speaking directly to you. I know the weight of the world feels heavy, and sometimes it seems like there's no way out. But with my word, with my presence, all things are possible. I have the power to heal you, to give you the strength you need to face the storms of life. Today, I invite you to open your heart to my message. Let my love pour into you, bringing peace, healing, and transformation. It is time to be set free. You are not alone. I am with you now, and I will be with you always. Let my light shine in your life, and watch as I break the chains holding you back. When you feel the weight of the world pressing down on you, it's easy to believe that there's no way out. The chains of fear, anxiety, and doubt seem unbreakable, and you may feel trapped in your circumstances. But I want you to understand something deeply. My power is greater than anything you face. My word alone has the power to heal, restore, and transform. Just as I created the heavens and the earth with my voice, I can speak into your life and bring about change. Remember the story of the blind man who called out to me from the side of the road. He was blind, destitute, and alone. Yet he had faith that I could heal him. Despite the noise of the crowd, he persisted. He knew that my power was greater than the limitations of his blindness. When he called out to me, I heard him. I stopped everything, and I healed him. His faith in my power brought about his transformation. Just as I healed him, I can heal you. There is no affliction, no burden, no chain that I cannot break. I know you might wonder if you are worthy of such a healing touch. You might question if I see you, if I know your struggles. But I tell you now, I see you. I know the pain you carry, and I am here to bring you comfort. I am the one who heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds. It is by my power, and only by my power, that true healing comes. When I speak, things change. The impossible becomes possible, and the broken becomes whole. Consider the woman who had been suffering for 12 long years. She spent all her money on doctors, and yet her condition only grew worse. But she believed that if she could just touch the hem of my garment, she would be healed. Her faith was so strong that even in the midst of a crowd, she reached out. And in that moment, she was healed. Her faith activated my power, and she was restored. This is the power that I offer you today. The power to heal, to transform, and to make all things new. No matter what you're facing, no matter how deep the wound, I want you to know that I am able. I can heal you. I can transform your life. You don't have to carry your pain any longer. Just as I spoke life into the dry bones, I can breathe new life into you. It doesn't matter how broken you feel or how many times you've fallen. My power is enough to lift you up, to set you free, and to restore you to the person you were always meant to be. So I say to you today, trust in my power. Believe that I can heal you. You don't need to fight alone. Just as I healed those in the Bible, I am here to heal you. Open your heart to my word, and let it work in you. Know that I am greater than any trial or suffering you face. Trust that my power is at work in your life, even now. With me, all things are possible. I am the healer, and I am here for you. Allow me to touch you, to restore you, and to break the chains that hold you back. The chains you feel, the doubts that grip your heart, they are nothing compared to my power. Just as I calmed the storm with my voice, I will bring peace to the storm in your heart. You don't have to carry the weight of this world alone. You don't have to walk in darkness anymore. My power is here to heal, to restore, and to transform. All you have to do is trust me, and I will do the rest. There is no limit to what I can do. You are not beyond my reach, and no situation is too great for my power. There is no greater invitation than the one I extend to you today. An invitation to walk with me, to talk with me, and to share your heart with me. I am not distant. I am not far away. I am here with you, always. And I want you to know that you are never alone. I desire a personal relationship with you, one that goes beyond religion, beyond rituals, and into the very depths of your heart. Think of the times when you felt most alone, when the world seemed to be pressing in on you, and no one was there to offer comfort. I know what that feels like. I walk this earth, too, and I know the pain of loneliness. But I want to assure you, you do not have to bear this weight alone. I am here, and I am inviting you to open your heart to me. I am knocking at the door, and all I ask is that you let me in. You do not need to clean yourself up first, or make yourself worthy. I take you as you are, just as you are. Remember the story of Zacchaeus, the tax collector, who climbed a tree to get a glimpse of me as I passed by. He was despised by the people, looked down upon for his profession. But when I saw him, I called him by name. Zacchaeus, I said, come down. I must stay at your house today. It wasn't his wealth or status that mattered to me, but his heart. And when he welcomed me into his home, his life was forever changed. This is the kind of relationship I want with you. One where you allow me into the deepest part of your life, and I transform you from the inside out. You might feel that your life is not worthy of such a close relationship, that your mistakes and sins have disqualified you. But I want you to know that no sin is too great for my love. I love you unconditionally, and I am always ready to forgive and embrace you. Just as the prodigal son returned to his father after squandering everything, I am waiting for you with open arms. No matter how far you've wandered, no matter how lost you feel, I am here, and I am calling you back to me. I will never reject you. I will never turn you away. This relationship I offer you is not just about asking for blessings or miracles. It is about building a bond of love and trust. It is about walking together through life, sharing in both the joys and the struggles. I want to hear your heart, your worries, your dreams, and your fears. And I want to share mine with you. My love for you is unwavering, and I desire for you to experience the fullness of that love every day of your life. It doesn't matter what you've done or where you've been. I see you. I know your heart, and I want to be a part of your life. I want to help you grow, to guide you, and to walk beside you every step of the way. You don't have to face this world alone. You don't have to carry the burden of your struggles on your own. I am here, and I am waiting for you to turn to me. Come to me, and I will give you rest. I will comfort you, and I will lead you into a life full of peace and purpose. In the quiet moments of your day, when you feel overwhelmed, remember that I am here. You are not alone. My love for you is constant, unchanging, and eternal. And I am always ready to listen, always ready to comfort, and always ready to walk with you. Just as I called my disciples, I am calling you today to walk with me in a personal relationship, one that is filled with my love, my peace, and my guidance. Will you answer my call? I am waiting for you. I know that life can sometimes feel overwhelming. The burdens you carry, the struggles you face, can weigh heavily on your heart. It's easy to feel as if you're carrying the weight of the world on your own, and sometimes the trials you endure may seem endless. But I want to remind you today of my promises of strength, renewal, and hope. No matter how difficult your circumstances may seem, I am here to give you the strength you need to endure. And I promise, I will never leave you alone in your struggle. Consider the story of Job, a man who faced unimaginable losses and suffering. His friends and family turned away from him, and he was left in the depths of despair. Yet, in the midst of his pain, Job held onto his faith. He trusted that even in his darkest hour, God's strength was sufficient, and as a result, I restored him, blessing him abundantly beyond what he had before. Job's story is a testament to the power of faith and the strength that comes from trusting in me, even in the hardest of times. Just as I renewed Job, I will renew you. The trials you face are not without purpose. I use these challenges to refine you, to build your character, and to bring you closer to me. Like a gardener prunes a tree to help it grow, I allow trials in your life to strengthen you, making you more resilient and able to face whatever comes your way. I know that it can be hard to see the purpose behind your struggles, but trust that I am using them to shape you into the person you are meant to be. With each difficulty you endure, I am right there beside you, giving you the strength to keep going. Remember the words of the prophet Isaiah, "But those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint." These are my promises to you. I will renew your strength. When you feel weak, I will give you the energy you need to keep moving forward. When you are weary, I will carry you. I will never allow you to be overwhelmed by your burdens. I will be your strength, and with my help, you will endure. Even in the darkest moments, you are not alone. I am with you, and my strength is made perfect in your weakness. When you are at your lowest, that is when my power shines the brightest. Lean on me, and I will give you rest. I will renew your spirit, and I will strengthen your heart. Trust that my promises are true, and know that I will never leave you nor forsake you. Your trials will pass. The storm will not last forever, but my promises will remain. I am the God who strengthens you, the God who renews you, and the God who will always be with you. When you feel like giving up, remember that I am your source of strength. I will help you rise above every obstacle and carry you through every storm. You are not alone in your journey, and you do not have to face your struggles by yourself. I am here, and I will renew your strength. Just trust in me, and you will find the courage to move forward. The renewal you seek is not just a change of circumstances, but a transformation of your spirit. I will fill you with my peace, my strength, and my hope. Even in the midst of the storm, I will give you a calm heart and the assurance that everything will be all right. You can trust in me, for I am faithful to keep my promises. Your strength will be renewed, and you will rise above every trial. I am with you always, and I will never let you fall. Faith is not merely a belief in something unseen. It is the power that unlocks the impossible. When you place your trust in me, you are stepping into a realm where miracles happen. Faith is the catalyst that sets my power into motion, transforming lives, bringing healing, and restoring hope. There is nothing in this world that is beyond my reach, and faith is the key that opens the door to the miraculous. I tell you, if you have faith, even as small as a mustard seed, you can move mountains. Think about the woman who had been suffering from a bleeding disorder for 12 long years. She spent all her money on doctors, and none could help her. But she heard of my healing power, and she believed. She didn't need to wait for me to see her. She believed that if she could just touch the hem of my garment, she would be healed. Her faith, her belief in my power, was the catalyst for her healing. And when she reached out, she was instantly healed. This is the power of faith. It draws on my miraculous ability to transform lives. Faith does not depend on the circumstances around you. It is not about what you can see with your eyes, but what you can believe in your heart. When you have faith, you are not limited by what appears to be possible. Faith calls forth the unseen and brings it into the realm of the possible. Trusting in me opens the door for you to experience the impossible. It allows you to see with spiritual eyes and receive the blessings I have for you. Just as the blind man called out to me, "Jesus, Son of David, have mercy on me." His faith moved me to restore his sight. He couldn't see, but he believed. And because of his faith, his sight was restored. It wasn't his ability to see that led to the miracle. It was his faith in the one who could heal him. In the same way, your faith in me can move mountains. It doesn't matter what you're facing, how impossible it may seem. When you trust in me, miracles begin to happen. The story of Peter walking on water is another example of how faith activates my power. When Peter stepped out of the boat, he was walking on water, just as I was. But as soon as he doubted and took his eyes off me, he began to sink. This teaches us that faith is about keeping our eyes focused on me, no matter how strong the winds or how high the waves. When you trust me, I will help you rise above your circumstances. No matter the storm, I will hold you up. Your faith, however small it may seem, is powerful. It is the gateway to all that I have promised you. Trust in me, and you will see my power at work in your life. You don't need to see the end result to believe. You need only to trust me in the moment. When you place your faith in me, you invite my miraculous power into your life, and I will move in ways you never thought possible. I want you to understand that faith is not just about asking for miracles, but about trusting me in every moment of your life. When you have faith, you begin to see things through my eyes. You realize that there is no situation too difficult for me to handle. Faith in me transforms your perspective, and it opens the door to my miraculous power. You do not need to wait for the perfect moment to have faith. I am always here, ready to work on your behalf. Just trust in me, and you will witness miracles in your life. Today, I am calling you to place your faith in me. Trust that I can do what seems impossible. Allow your faith to be the catalyst for the miracles I want to bring into your life. Believe in my power, and you will see my glory. The miracles you seek are already on their way. With faith, nothing is impossible. Trust in me, and watch what I can do. There are moments in life when you feel as though the world is against you. When the storms of life rage with no end in sight, it can be overwhelming, and you may feel as if you are standing alone against the forces of darkness. But I want you to know this: my protection surrounds you, and I am with you in every moment, guiding you, shielding you, and ensuring that you are never alone. When you trust in me, I will protect you from harm, provide you with wisdom, and give you the strength to overcome every obstacle. Think of the story of the Israelites as they journeyed through the wilderness. Despite facing hunger, thirst, and countless dangers, I protected them every step of the way. I led them with a cloud by day and a fire by night. I provided them with food and water, and I kept them safe from harm. Even when they were afraid, I reassured them that they were not alone. My presence was with them, and I led them to the promised land. Just as I protected them, I will protect you. You may be facing challenges that feel insurmountable, but know that I am your shield. I am your refuge, your stronghold, and your fortress. When you feel weak, I will give you strength. When you feel lost, I will guide you. My protection is not limited to physical safety, but also to your emotional and spiritual well-being. I will guard your heart and mind, and I will help you navigate through the difficult moments of life. You can rest in the assurance that I am always with you, and I will never let you face anything alone. Consider the story of Daniel in the lion's den. He was thrown into the den as a punishment for his faith, and yet I protected him. I sent my angel to shut the mouths of the lions, and Daniel emerged unharmed. His faith in me brought him divine protection, and I kept him safe from danger. Just as I protected Daniel, I will protect you. No matter the threat you face, no matter the danger that seems to surround you, my protection is greater. I will deliver you from harm and guide you through every trial. In the book of Psalms, I promise that those who trust in me will be like a tree planted by streams of water, which yields its fruit in season and whose leaf does not wither. This is my assurance to you. When you place your trust in me, you will be firmly planted. You will not be easily shaken. My protection will allow you to stand firm, no matter what storms may come your way. You will not be defeated by the trials of this world, because I will be your strength, your shield, and your refuge. The protection I offer is not just about keeping you from harm, but also about keeping you in my perfect peace. When you trust in me, you can experience a peace that surpasses understanding. This peace will guard your heart and mind, keeping you steady even in the midst of chaos. I will protect you from anxiety, fear, and worry. You can rest in the knowledge that I am in control, and that my plans for you are good. When you face difficulties, I want you to remember that my protection is always with you. You are never alone, and I will never leave you to face the battles of life on your own. I am the one who holds you in the palm of my hand, and I will guide you through every storm. With my protection, no weapon formed against you will prosper. You are safe in my care. Today, I am reminding you of my promise of protection. No matter what you're facing, trust that I am with you. My divine protection surrounds you like a shield. I will keep you safe, guide you, and give you the strength to overcome anything. You are never alone in your struggles. I am with you always. You were created with a purpose, a unique plan designed just for you. Your life is not an accident or a random series of events. Every step, every moment, has meaning and direction. The world may try to tell you that you are insignificant or that your life is without purpose. But I want you to know that you are deeply valuable to me. I have a purpose for your life that is greater than anything you can imagine, and I am here to help you discover it. When I look at you, I see potential, I see possibility, and I see greatness. You may not always see it in yourself, but I have created you for more than just survival. I have created you to thrive, to live a life filled with purpose and abundance. I am the one who provides for you, and I promise that when you seek my will and walk in my ways, you will experience a life full of blessings. I want you to live a life that is not only successful in the eyes of the world, but one that fulfills the divine purpose I have placed within you. Consider the story of Esther, a young woman who was placed in a position of influence and power for such a time as this. She was an orphan, an outsider, but God had a purpose for her life that was greater than her circumstances. When she trusted in my plan, she was able to save her people and fulfill her destiny. Just as I had a plan for Esther, I have a plan for you. You may not always understand it, but trust that my purpose for you is perfect, and I am guiding you every step of the way. I want you to understand that abundance is not just about material wealth or success. True abundance comes from living in alignment with my will, serving others, and living a life of love, peace, and joy. When you live according to the purpose I have set for you, you will experience an abundance of joy, peace, and fulfillment that the world cannot offer. You don't need to chase after the fleeting things of this world. Instead, trust in me, and I will provide you with everything you need. Remember the words of Jesus, I have come that they may have life, and have it to the full. This is my promise to you. I want you to experience life in its fullness. I want you to live a life of purpose, knowing that you are fulfilling the reason you were created. No matter where you are in life, no matter what you have or don't have, know that I am offering you something far greater, a life filled with purpose, joy, and peace. You are not meant to live a life of scarcity or fear, but one of abundance and victory. I know that the world can sometimes make you feel like you're not enough or that you will never achieve your dreams. But I want you to know that in me, you are more than enough. I am the God who provides, the God who blesses, and the God who guides you into the life of purpose and abundance that you were always meant to live. Trust in me, and you will see how I bring everything together for your good. When you surrender your life to my plan, you will find a peace that surpasses understanding. You will no longer be driven by fear or the desire for things that do not last. Instead, you will be filled with the joy that comes from living in alignment with my purpose for your life. You will find your true identity, and in doing so, you will find fulfillment. This is the life I have for you, a life of purpose and abundance. Will you trust me to lead you there? I am here, ready to guide you into the fullness of life that I have prepared for you. No matter where you are, no matter what obstacles you may face, know that I am with you. Together, we will fulfill your purpose, and together, you will experience the abundant life I have promised. Prayer is the most powerful tool you have in your life. It is not merely a set of words or rituals. It is the very act of opening your heart to me, of communicating with the one who created you. Through prayer, you can connect with me, share your deepest thoughts and feelings, and receive my guidance, comfort, and peace. Prayer is a two-way conversation, and in it, you will find the strength you need to face any situation. I want you to understand that prayer is not just about asking for things. It is about building a relationship with me. When you come to me in prayer, you are inviting me into your life. You are acknowledging that you cannot do it all on your own, and you are seeking my help, my wisdom, and my strength. I am always ready to listen to you, and I will respond to every prayer with love, grace, and truth. I will never leave you without an answer. Sometimes, the answer may not be what you expect, but know that I always have your best interests at heart. Remember the story of Hannah, who prayed fervently for a child. She had been barren for many years, and in her desperation, she cried out to me. I heard her prayer, and I granted her request. But more importantly, I gave her peace. She trusted that I had heard her, and that was enough. Your prayers, too, are heard, and I will answer them according to my will. Trust that I am always listening, and know that I will respond in the perfect timing and way. The power of prayer lies in its ability to align your heart with mine. When you pray, you are inviting my will to be done in your life. Prayer opens the door for my will to take root in your heart, transforming your desires and helping you to see things from my perspective. Through prayer, you will receive wisdom to navigate life's challenges, peace in the midst of turmoil, and strength to endure. Your prayers are never in vain. Every time you pray, you are building a stronger connection with me, and that connection will change your life. Just as Jesus taught his disciples how to pray, I want to teach you how to pray. Prayer is not about eloquent words or complicated rituals. It is about speaking to me from your heart. You can come to me in the simplicity of your words, and I will hear you. It doesn't matter if your prayer is short or long, loud or quiet. What matters is that it comes from a heart that is open to me. I am always near, and I will always listen. Through prayer, you can also find forgiveness. When you come to me in prayer, I will forgive your sins, cleanse your heart, and restore you. Prayer is the key that unlocks the door to my grace. It allows you to experience my love and mercy in ways that no other act can. Don't let guilt or shame keep you from coming to me in prayer. No matter what you've done, I will forgive you when you come to me with a sincere heart. I want to remind you that prayer is not just about your needs. It is also about worship. When you pray, you are acknowledging that I am God, that I am the Creator, and that you are in need of my guidance and protection. Prayer is a way to express your love, gratitude, and reverence for me. It is a way to honor the one who made you and who has given you everything you have. Prayer is a powerful act of worship, and through it, you can experience my presence in your life in a profound way. No matter what you are facing, I want you to remember the power of prayer. It is through prayer that you will find peace, strength, and the answers you need. Never underestimate the power of speaking to me. I am always here, ready to listen, ready to guide, and ready to answer. So pray without ceasing, and know that I am with you every step of the way. One of the most challenging aspects of faith is learning to trust in my timing and my plan for your life. You may have dreams, desires, and goals that you are working toward, and you may be feeling impatient because they have not yet come to pass. But I want you to understand something important. I work in seasons, and everything has a purpose and a time. My timing is always perfect, even when it doesn't align with your own plans. I know what is best for you, and I will never be late in providing what you need. The story of Abraham is a powerful example of trusting in my timing. When I promised Abraham that he would be the father of many nations, he was already an old man, and his wife Sarah was barren. For years they waited, and they questioned whether my promise would ever come to pass. But at the right time, I fulfilled my promise to Abraham. Despite their doubts, I did not forget them. Abraham trusted in my timing, and because of his faith, he became the father of nations. Your journey, like Abraham's, is one of trust and faith in my perfect timing. It's easy to grow discouraged when things are not happening as quickly as you would like. You may wonder if you have been forgotten or if your prayers have been ignored. But I want you to know that I am always at work behind the scenes. Just as I orchestrated the events in the life of Joseph, from betrayal to imprisonment to eventual leadership, I am working in your life, even when you cannot see it. Trust that I am preparing you for what is to come, and when the time is right, everything will fall into place. When you learn to trust my timing, you can experience peace, even in the waiting. Instead of stressing over the things that are not yet in your hands, you can rest in the assurance that I have already provided for your future. I will not withhold any good thing from you. I know the desires of your heart, and I am faithful to bring them to pass. But you must trust that I will do so at the right time, not according to your schedule, but according to my divine plan. In Ecclesiastes, I remind you that to everything there is a season, and a time for every matter under heaven. There is a time for everything, a time to plant, a time to harvest, a time to be still, and a time to act. Trusting in my timing means accepting that there are seasons in life, and each season serves a purpose. Just as the seed must be planted in the ground before it can bear fruit, there are moments in your life when preparation, patience, and growth are needed before you can see the full manifestation of my promises. You may be in a season of waiting right now, and that can be difficult. But remember that waiting is not wasted time. During this season, I am working in you. I am refining your character, strengthening your faith, and preparing you for the blessings that are on their way. Trust that I am never idle. I am always at work, and I will bring everything to fruition in my perfect time. As you wait, I encourage you to remain steadfast in your faith. Keep trusting me. Keep praying, keep believing, and keep seeking. Even when you do not see the answer immediately, know that I am listening, and I am at work. Trust in my providence, knowing that I will provide for you everything you need when you need it. My timing is always perfect. I am the God who is always on time, and I will fulfill every promise I've made to you. So today, I encourage you to surrender your timeline to me. Trust in my plan, trust in my timing, and trust that I am working all things for your good. You don't have to rush. You don't have to force things to happen. Just trust that I have already set everything in motion, and when the time is right, I will bring it to pass. In the waiting, you will find my peace. In the waiting, you will find my purpose. Trust in me, and watch how everything unfolds according to my perfect timing. No one is meant to walk this journey of life alone. We were created to live in community, to support one another, and to share in both the joys and the struggles of life. When you are facing difficulties, it can be easy to isolate yourself, to feel as though no one understands or can help. But I want you to know that I have placed people in your life for a reason, to walk alongside you, to encourage you, and to help you through the tough times. Together, you are stronger, and in my community, you are never alone. The early church provides an example of what it means to live in community with one another. They shared everything they had, prayed for one another, and supported each other through both good times and bad. When one member suffered, the whole body suffered. When one member rejoiced, the whole body rejoiced. This is the power of community. It allows you to share in both the burdens and the blessings of life, knowing that you are not alone. In Galatians, I remind you to bear one another's burdens and so fulfill the law of Christ. This is my call to you, to be there for one another, to offer support, love, and encouragement. When someone is struggling, you are called to lift them up. When someone is rejoicing, you are called to celebrate with them. This is the heart of my community, a place where people love one another unconditionally, where no one is left behind, and where everyone is supported. I know that sometimes you may feel as though you don't have anyone to turn to, or that you're too much of a burden to others. But I want you to know that my community is a place where you are welcomed, no matter what you're going through. You don't have to have it all together to be loved. You don't have to hide your struggles or pretend to be perfect. In my community, you are accepted as you are, and you are loved unconditionally. You are never alone, and there is always support for you. Remember the story of the Good Samaritan, who helped a man who had been beaten and left for dead on the side of the road. Despite the differences in their backgrounds and beliefs, the Samaritan saw the man's need and responded with compassion and care. He didn't turn away because of the man's circumstances or appearance. Instead, he offered him help. In the same way, I call you to show compassion and care for others, to be there for them in their time of need, and to offer support when they feel broken or lost. Community is not just about being surrounded by people. It is about being there for one another in tangible ways. It's about offering a listening ear, a helping hand, and a word of encouragement. It's about showing up for one another, even when it's hard, and standing together in the face of adversity. My church, my community, is meant to be a place of healing, a place where you can find the support you need to keep going. I want you to know that, even when it feels like you're walking this path alone, I am with you. But I also want you to remember that you are part of a greater body, a body of believers who are there to support you. Don't hesitate to reach out when you need help, and don't hesitate to offer help to others when they need it. Together, you can face anything. As you journey through life, I encourage you to be an active part of a supportive community. Seek out those who can encourage you, and be someone who can offer encouragement to others. When you walk in community, you walk in strength. I am with you, and the people I have placed in your life are here to walk alongside you. Together, you are stronger than you could ever be alone. Do not isolate yourself in times of struggle. Reach out and let others help you. You are never alone in my community. The greatest gift I offer you is my love, a love that is unconditional, unchanging, and everlasting. It is a love that knows no bounds, no limits, and no conditions. You do not have to earn my love, nor do you have to prove yourself worthy. I love you because you are my creation, and there is nothing you can do to make me love you more or less. My love for you is constant, and it will never fail. No matter what you've done, no matter where you've been, I love you. Grace is the unmerited favor I give to you, not because you deserve it, but because of who I am. Grace is the free gift of my love, mercy, and forgiveness. You cannot earn it, and you cannot lose it. It is always available to you, and it is the foundation of your relationship with me. Grace is what allows you to be free from guilt, shame, and condemnation. Through my grace, you are forgiven, restored, and made whole. Remember the story of the prodigal son, who ran away from home and squandered all of his inheritance. He had made mistakes. He had fallen far from the path. But when he returned home, I welcomed him with open arms. I didn't ask for his apology or for him to prove his worth. I embraced him and celebrated his return. This is the power of grace. It is not about what you've done, but about the love I have for you. No matter how far you've gone, I am always ready to welcome you back. Grace is what empowers you to live the life I've called you to live. It is what gives you the strength to stand up after you've fallen, to try again after you've failed, and to keep moving forward even when it seems impossible. My grace is sufficient for you. It is enough to carry you through every trial, every difficulty, and every storm. When you feel weak, my grace will give you strength. When you feel lost, my grace will guide you. When you feel unworthy, my grace will remind you that you are loved. Living in my love and grace means letting go of the need to perform or to prove yourself. It means embracing the truth that you are accepted just as you are. You don't have to be perfect to be loved, and you don't have to have everything figured out to be worthy of my grace. I love you exactly where you are, and my grace is always available to you. You don't have to earn it, and you can't lose it. It is a gift freely given, and it will never run out. As you walk in my love and grace, you will begin to see the world differently. You will no longer be driven by fear, guilt, or shame. Instead, you will be filled with peace, hope, and joy. You will begin to see yourself through my eyes, as someone who is worthy of love, worthy of grace, and worthy of a life full of purpose and abundance. My love and grace will transform you from the inside out, giving you the courage to live boldly, to love others, and to pursue the dreams I have placed in your heart. Today, I want you to rest in my love. Know that you are fully accepted, fully forgiven, and fully loved. You are never too far gone for my grace, and no mistake is too great for my love. I am here for you, always. No matter where you've been or what you've done, my love is waiting for you. My grace is available to you. Come to me and experience the fullness of my love and grace. Live in the freedom that I offer, and walk in the peace and joy that come from knowing that you are loved, that you are forgiven, and that you are never alone. As you've journeyed through this message, I hope you have felt my love and the power of my promises. I want you to know that you are not alone in your struggles, that my power is greater than any challenge you face, and that I am always with you, guiding you, protecting you, and transforming your life. You are my beloved, and my desire is for you to experience a life of purpose, peace, and abundance. The chains that have held you back, whether fear, doubt, or sin, have no power over you when you trust in my love and my grace. I invite you to take what you have learned today and hold it in your heart. Trust in my power to heal, to restore, and to transform your life. Walk in the knowledge that I am with you, that I will never leave you, and that nothing in this world can separate you from my love. Your life is full of purpose, and the best is yet to come. I have plans for you, plans to give you a future filled with hope, peace, and joy. Remember that I have called you to a life of faith, a life where miracles are possible, and where my love and grace are always available to you. Trust in my timing, trust in my plan, and trust that I am at work in your life, even when you cannot see it. I am the God who provides, who heals, who protects, and who loves you unconditionally. You are never alone in this journey. I am with you always, and I will carry you through every trial. As you go forward, know that you are loved, you are forgiven, and you are worthy. My love for you is constant, my grace is sufficient, and my promises are true. Let your faith be the catalyst for miracles in your life, and trust that I will bring everything to fruition in my perfect timing. You are not alone, and you will never be alone. I am here with you, now and always. As you close this chapter, I ask you to reflect on my love and my promises. Take a moment to pause, to pray, and to allow my peace to fill your heart. Trust that I am always with you, and that I will continue to lead you on the path I have prepared for you. My child, I am with you always, and I will never leave you. Be at peace, and know that my love is with you forever.